Hey everyone, my name is Salman. I'm a Microsoft intern, and today's video is going to be on what you should be wearing to your video interview or in-person interview. And yeah, it's quite important to know what you should wear because once you get to the site or once you start your interview, there's no going back. You don't want to stand out and look like a fool. So, you know, based on experience, I'm going to be telling you what I think you should wear and how you should decide to like and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully this video will help you get your next job. How do you know what you should wear? My first tip for that is to actually look on the company website and see what sort of clothes the employees are wearing in the photo shoots. Now do take this with a grain of salt. Sometimes you may have paid photo shoots where the employees are told to turn up to the office in smart clothes, but oftentimes you're able to find more casual photos of actual on the site experiences, and you're able to see, okay, they wear business casual, they wear, very smart attire. Now once you do find out that, my second tip is that you should dress one level above whatever these employees are wearing. If they're wearing, jeans and they're wearing, very casual clothes, come in business casual. If they're wearing, very smart clothes where they have proper shirts and ties, then turn up wearing perhaps a suit and a tie. But yeah, always make sure you have that level to compare against so you can go one level above so that you're making them, impressed by what you're wearing. It shows that you actually care and that you're putting in effort to not only turn up and show the best version of yourself in terms of intellect, but also in terms of visual quality. Okay, so if you're still unsure about what you should wear, I think one good way to actually find out is to check the FAQs on the websites. For example, here on Microsoft's website in the FAQ, they actually say what you should wear, just to wear whatever you feel comfortable in. And if you're not sure, just reach out to your recruiter. They are there to help you. They want you to succeed. Otherwise, they wouldn't be recruiters. They are there to help you. You ask them simply, ping them a message saying, hey, I'm not sure what I should wear on the day to my interview. Do you have any knowledge of what candidates normally wear, what the employees wear? What do you think I should wear? And then they can give you a good idea. Now, if they say business casual, we want to sort of understand what exactly business casual means. Now, this may vary depending on which region you're from, cultural differences, but here in the UK, business casual tends to mean like a smart shirt with a collar. You could have a jumper on top, for example. You could have chinos, which are like smart trousers, or you could have, I would say having smart jeans is okay, just making sure you don't have any of those ripped jeans, you don't have any camouflage style jeans. I did actually, I think, wear camouflage style jeans to an interview, and I still got that software engineering offer. And yeah, it's not always the best idea. I would not recommend that, but do make sure, at least as long as you're not wearing gym clothes, you're not wearing sneakers, you're wearing smart leather shoes. Females, you may want a pantsuit, you may have a long skirt, something like that. You might want to wear some heels if you are wearing heels. From what I've heard, wearing kitten style heels, like shorter heels compared to stiletto heels or really chunky heels, I would advise against that based on what I have heard before. But yeah, just make sure you're not wearing gym attire. I don't want to wear a tank top because I have too much muscle here. I don't want to make all the other candidates feel bad. That's normally what tech firms have. If you are into the law, the business, the finance industry, they tend to have very smart clothes. So this is your full-on suit, you have a tie, you have head to toe, looks like it's all one piece and everything like that. Now, if you are still unsure as to what the company wears, as to what you should wear, and you feel weird about wearing business casual, don't worry dressing up. Don't worry going all out on a suit and wearing very formal clothes, because that's not a bad thing. It may seem overdressed in some scenarios, but it's impressive to wear that. That's what many recruiters might think. You're putting in effort, and it's better to overdress than to underdress, is what I would say. Actually, a funny story is that for when I was getting ready for an interview, I had my school blazer, and I literally unstitched the badge from there, and that was effort. You know, I came out of school, that's what I had left over. I wouldn't have a suit and everything ready. I'm not that kind of person who just wears a suit randomly. Don't waste your money on these things if it's not needed. One question for video interviews in particular. Well, I say video interviews in particular. I don't think anyone has asked this for in-person interviews, and it is whether or not wearing trousers or smart things from the waist down, like, does it matter? Now, I think 100% yes, it does, because it has a psychological impact on you. Because whether you put on certain clothes, one thing for some people is that you may feel more confident wearing smart clothes as to when you're not wearing smart clothes, you're wearing just your boxers, you're being lazy at home, you may not feel that good about yourself. And that's one thing, you know, you always want to feel comfortable in these interviews, and you don't want to feel too comfortable in the sense that you're just like being lazy. So having that like balance. Another point is that you never know what they're going to ask you to do in this interview. Maybe they'll have a fun warm-up game where they're like, hey, stand up, do an exercise for me. Boom. You know, you're gonna have to show them what you're wearing from the waist down, perhaps. You know, if the lights are too dull, you might have to go ahead, stand up, go to the lights. Your switch might be all the way there, and you know, what if you have no trousers on? What are they gonna see? You know, you can't just say, hey, I'm just gonna turn off my webcam and stuff. Like, yes, you can, but they're gonna know that you're not dressed properly, and that's gonna leave a bad impression on you. So that's my answer for that. Next point, you know, make sure your clothes fit. Don't want to turn up with clothes which are too big for you, that are too small for you. So make sure the day before that you've ironed your clothes, you've got clothes that fit for you, you know, you've got everything nicely prepared so that on the day you don't turn up with smelly clothes, you don't feel sweaty either, you don't want them to see sweat stains all over you. So yeah, make sure that's a thing as well. Unless, you know, you've got that style where you wear overfitted clothes and, you know, you're a guru regarding fashion and, you know, overstyled. That's the trend right now. I don't know. In terms of colors, what colors do you want to wear? A safe option is to go for neutral colors, not anything too bright, where potentially like white, black, blue, beige, that sort of color. Gray to me seems good. If you also want to think about accessories, you might want to wear a watch. I actually find watches very useful because, you know, you can keep track of time when you're going there on the way. You don't have to take out your phone whenever you just want to check the time. It's very handy. You're able to say when you're leaving the office, just, you know, leave elegantly, and you can just, you know, check your notifications when you leave very easily if you have a smartwatch. Having a lanyard, I think, is pretty useful to bring if you have. For example, you might have a university lanyard, because from my experience, a lot of these companies will give you name tags, but you know, you have to weirdly clip it onto your shirt, and it's a bit awkward if it, you know, it's slanted and everything. I just like to bring a lanyard. That's just another way for you to seem more prepared. Other candidates might not have one, and you know, it feels nice to have a lanyard too. If you feel that you don't want to wear certain clothes because you feel more comfortable in other clothes and you think you'll do better in an interview because of that, go ahead, do that. These are just some guidelines and my opinions based on experience. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Do hit that like button and subscribe. Do check out my Get Your Dream Internship series, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.